introduce our speaker, Arunkumar. And he's a marketing expert, recommended from a friend of mine, a speech coach in Dallas. We do a lot of work together. And he's going to talk everything about marketing, A, B, C's of marketing. So let's welcome him. He's going to tell us about himself and his company.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, Tim, and good to see you all. Good evening.
Good evening.
And originally I planned to talk something different. But after hearing your expectation, I'm going to change my flow, and I'm going to change the topic I'm going to include in my speech. I want you to understand I'm in Masters in Computer Application. I have Masters in Business Management. I am an inbound marketing certified by HubSpot, and I'll be certified by Facebook next week. So marketing is what I love to do. I have 200 employees working for me. Most of them are in India, and I have 6 marketing executives working for me to promote my company. So that is who I am. But it took 12 years to reach where I am today. I am here to share my experience of what I've learned during this 12 years span of time. So how that lesson could help you. That is all I am here to share. Before I get into the marketing, I want to share the reason why I got into marketing. I have 2 companies. One is Medical Legal Spider, one is Marketing Perfected. Both is under my company, CapDigisoft. Medical Legal Spider, we do document review for attorneys, law firm. I'm very good in business processing. Means if you give me a business process, I can slice it, I can dice it, I can make sure that that process is done correct every time. That is my strength. What I'm trying to say is I cannot do marketing. In other words, right? That is my start. So I focused on my strength area, which is business process outsourcing. I had a client, I started this company in India. And before even I visited United States, I got a clients by sitting in India, just by making phone calls and follow-up emails. If I can do that, you all can do as well. So luckily I landed up with a client in California who was a startup as well. I'm talking about 10 years ago. And they said, Arun, I see a strategy we would like to go through with it. I said, why not? Sure, I'm all for it. So they trained in medical document summary for the law firms. They introduced us to this service, which we were very new. As I told you, I'm very strong in business processing. So I immediately formed a team who qualified to handle the project. I was very successful in it. They started growing, I started growing. Then I reached 100 employees in 4 years. So do they. They were growing faster, I'm growing faster. Everyone is happy. And they own 70% of my revenue. Means indirectly they own 70% of my company. I didn't see that as a risk. 70% owned by one client is good, equally it is bad as well. One day I received a call from them. They say, Arun, I have 2 news, good news and bad news. They say, okay, so what is that? Let us start with bad news. Bad news is they will shut down very soon. Because the law in California changed so that the insurance carrier who's supposed to pay them, they have an option to delay the payment. So instead of paying in 45 days of submitting the claim, they have up to 6 months. Imagine a company running without a 6-month cash flow is not possible. They were fighting, even now they are fighting, but you cannot survive in this fight. So that is a bad news. I asked what is the good news. I think you have 4 months. So till 4 months we can able to, survive with the cash flow while we are figuring it out. Imagine at the time, I thought I'm settled in my life, which is semi-retired, I have cash flow coming in, I have 100 employees, I was living like a king. I was very happy kind of person. But after the phone call, that day I could not sleep. I didn't inform to anybody about this to my team. I went home. I could not sleep. My mother noticed me. I don't know, something is wrong. And I told her, Mom, I cannot talk today. I will talk tomorrow morning. Then I came next day morning, and I explained to her what happened. I didn't see any reaction on her face. She smiled. I told her, well, you started this company. I said, yes. Did anybody help? I said, no. Then what's wrong with you? This is your first day of rest of your life. Go and figure it out. That gave me a boost and energy and fresh thought. I went back to my team and I organized a focus group within my team. And I told that this is what the situation is. Don't worry, I have a plan. I said, okay, they didn't worry about it because boss have a plan. What is their problem? But the fact is I didn't have any plan at all. I was afraid. I was shivered inside. Oh, crap. It's not me losing my company. It's about the other people losing their job. It is more than losing a company. It is very painful to see that. Then I decided, no, that is the reason why I'm in this spot. I know the superior power chose me to face this problem. I will face it and I will do it. So then I started reading marketing. 24 hours a day, I read all the blogs, possible books in marketing. I did. At the time, I was recently moved to United States in 2007. Then I came across a lot of ideas and I started implementing one by one. At that time, luckily, one of my clients, he decided to sell his part of partnership and trying to look for opportunities. I said, hey, you are my client. You know how quality our service is. Would you mind partnering with me to promote to other law firms? He says, oh, why not, Arun? So he joined hands with me. So now I have a front face, qualified, reliable front face. All I need is I have to bring in the lead and he can take it from there because he's not marketer either. So now I have two problems. One is client facing, he took care about it. The next one is marketing. So how can I bring in people to knock my door so he can take care of that? Like each and every one of you right now in the same face. I have this quality job, I have this quality service, but I don't know. People are not coming to me. I know that they need it, but they are not coming and talking to me. The same problem. So what I did, I hired a call center. 10 people were calling all the law firms, qualified law firms, not all the law firms. And they were calling and zero response because the law firm have a very structured way of filtering the calls. You cannot get through this gatekeeper. Then I printed thousands and thousands of mailer, and I sent one this week, next week. I sent different mailers, and I sent postcards, no response whatsoever. Because the deciding authority is not receiving those mailers or postcards. Deciding authority are the attorneys, and they are busy. Each and every minute is money for them. They cannot afford to distract. So the gatekeeper were trying to avoid all those mails and they were giving them only important mails. So the problem is I could not reach the decision maker. So again, I called the my scope team and I asked, hey, this is what the problem, how can we solve? And one guy smartly figured it out within my team, says that, Arun, I see that all the attorneys listed their email address in their website. And I said, you mean like all the attorneys? He says, yes, most of the people listed their email address in the website. And I said, oh, okay. Get me 1,000 email address with all the details. But make sure that that law firm's handling medical records. Qualify the leads. So within 24 hours, they worked around the clock too. Within 24 hours, they gave me 1,000 email address. That means 1,000 ideal customer details. Then I said, okay, let's shoot an email. We were all sitting in front of a computer. Email went. We were looking, refreshing, no email. Oh, refreshing, no email. Oh, refreshing, no email. I said, oh God, I'm tired. Let's take a break. Let's come tomorrow morning. And I received 2 responses. I saw a light in the tunnel. That is more than sufficient for me to figure it out which media works to reach my prospects.
So you got 2 out of 1,000.
Yes, ma'am. And 2 have a case at that moment, and they want us to try us. Then I asked them politely, what would make you to, try more without any hesitation? What hesitation they had? They says, well, we don't know you. We gave a file, and you raise the invoice. We have to pay you, whether irrespective of the file. We want to get into complications. The next week, we decided to give them $250 offer for all the 1,000 law firms. And we sent another email. We got 8 response. So thing is, I'm following a pattern. I want you to pay attention here. We paid attention to their response. Every week we regrouped and figured out how we can get more response. The consistency on analyzing the marketing data is the key for your marketing success. Please make a very important note of it. So then what I get? Okay, great guys. At that time I had 100 people, right? I told that, okay, we are switching service for next 1 week. We're not summarizing medical documents. We are going to do data mining. So I used all the 100 people. I guided them how to capture, qualified the law firms, how to capture the email address and all the details. Within a week, we populated 40,000 attorneys database. And we keep improving that even now. I'm talking about 4 years back. And I have a dedicated team just to manage that database. That is the key. Qualifying your leads and managing them is very, very, very important. It is equal to your working capital. Can you run a business without a working capital? No. So you cannot run a marketing without your prospect list. Period. So we populated 40,000, we send email, so you know the math. We get 2 to 6% every month. And we decided to send email 45 days once, not every week. We don't want to bother them as well. So 45 days once, we have during several months we built a system, and we gained so much knowledge. We know that which subject will get their attention. You all will wonder, when you send 40,000 emails, you get 1% of it. That means, are you getting what, 400 or what? No. You get that 1% of the people calculated by number of people who read your email. Not received. Those who read your email. That is very, very important. You can send 1,000 letters. How do you know they opened it? When you send 1,000 email, you can track how many people opened it. Technology helps us. So that is where my journey starts. So I took a different approach, and during this few months of journey, I've learned that I'm passionate about marketing. I don't mind risking. So I've learned my passion in marketing. So that division is Medical Legal Spider. I roll it out, and I actually handed it to my entire team. I told that you don't need me anymore. You have a formula. Send email 45 days once just by asking, do you have any case that requires help in medical documents? Just yes or no, that's it. And they say you have $250, you try it. I'll leave it. So consistency. During this process, one thing I noticed is more email they read from you. I think so. Professional emails read from you. Not sending email every single day. No. 45 days with regular interval. They think they know you. Like how you see the TV advertisement. You don't know the product, but you see the ad for 10 times, your subconscious mind says that, hey, you know the product. So when you select the product in the rack or shelf in grocery stores, your subconscious mind says you know this product. You pick it up. You don't know that guy. The fact is you don't know both of them. You hear about them in the market, in the advertisement, but what your subconscious mind says, grab this. So with your conscious mind, you grab that and put it in your cart. The same thing happened when I followed the disciplined way, when I kept communicating with the law firms. They started realizing, I know this guy. I know this medical legal spider company. After 2 years, we started participating in the exhibits, conferences. We went and at a stall. They come and treat like they know us. Oh, you are the medical legal spider guy. Oh, okay, man. Sorry, I could not reply you. Come on, show me what you got. Mm-hmm. Oh, man. That opens my mind more. Because initially I attended the same conference in California. No one stopped in our booth because nobody knows who we are. And they know that as soon as they stepped into the booth, we are trying to sell them. They're afraid that we will be sold, so they're hesitating to come in the stall. You do the same, I do the same, and your clients also will do the same. They are hesitant to get into because they know that you are trying to sell them. But what happened after 2 years? Because they heard us, and they could be busy. They have the case, but they don't have a time to reply and talk and coordinate. There are 1,000 reasons for them not to reply your email. If they didn't reply your email, that didn't mean that they didn't get our message. No, the system is feeding them. So that is what my marketing journey started. So now how I feel is like I know the secret sauce. I got to help other friends. I went and I spoke to several friends. I saw that, hey, this is a secret sauce, man. Come on, do it. And they will sit and see me. Oh, okay, yeah, you're sending an email, right? Okay, I know that. No, you didn't get it. This process starts from generating the qualified leads very first, then move on. Okay, Arun, then give me a strategy. Then I write it in a paper. This is what you have to do. Step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, and step 5. They say, Arun, great. They go with the same energy, and they talk to the partners, they talk to the team, and they could not move forward with the strategy. And after 2 weeks, they call me, Arun, the strategy is great, but I don't know how to implement this. They ask, okay, so what do you want me to do? I said, can you do that for me? I said, oh, okay, so you're asking me to do marketing for you? And they said, yes. Oh, okay. Because the intention of me sharing that is to help them. Now to start a marketing service, I did it for 20 friends to test the weather, how it looks. Out of 28 people turned for my help. That is sufficient data for me to jump into this business, so I'm into marketing service. That is how I chose this marketing. Followed by, I started directseats.com. It is a website which sells tickets from the brokers, not from the venue or not from anybody else. This is from the brokers who have the ticket, they can list and they can buy it. I've sold several $1 million worth of ticket online. My job is to identify who is looking for the tickets and bring to my website. That's it. And they will find it and they will buy it. I get my commission. That is how that business went. It was very successful. I went to the investor. Hey, I did $3 million last month sale. They say, congratulations, Arun. Do you want the client? I said, no. Do you want the ticket? No. Then what kind of business you are in? That opens my mind. Oh, okay. So my effect, I cannot get a long-term benefit. Somebody is getting a long-term benefit. So let me go and strategize this. Let me go and find another solution. I start helpfindingagent.com. I'm compressing my story so I can cover more. Helpfindingagent.com, it took 8 months for me to identify that business. So, but what